Design in your artwork. Hi, I'm Jenvey. Welcome to my studio. In this video, we're going to look at some simple elements for creating a nice design in your coloured pencil drawings. And really these basic elements apply to any medium. So one of the most simple and widely used principles of design is the rule of thirds. So it's dividing your artwork piece into equal thirds. And where these lines cross over, these 4 points are the points of interest. And what this does is visually makes it more appealing to have your subject sitting in one of these points rather than just floating right in the middle with all the space around it. And so especially if you're, say, doing a pet portrait just a head, you really want to avoid it just sitting in the middle and floating. You don't have to be absolutely rigid to this. It's just a general area to help with the placement. You've got to say to yourself, what do I want to say in this drawing? What is the most important element that's going to get the most attention? And then place it in one of these more applicable places. So if you're doing a portrait, again, the eyes aren't going to fit exactly here. This is just an example. So as long as it's roughly maybe even up in that top third rather than them sitting here in the middle. And that's why sometimes it's better to crop a piece rather than have it placed in the middle. So this is an example of a photo I took, and I had my camera on my lap. I pulled up, saw this little bird and just did a point and shoot. So the bird ended up pretty much in the middle of the photograph. So I decided to redesign it, and this is what I came up with. So worked out I wanted more of a panorama and ruled it into thirds. Now, interestingly, when you've got your darkest dark against your lightest light, that is a point that will have the most impact. So it's a point of interest. Unfortunately, this little bird has that, which helps. Also, he had this stunning shaped bill. He's a spine bill, an eastern spine bill. So again, I reduced the background so that I had this lovely shape isolated and not crowded with background, and place the centre of interest here in one of those points. Also, I reduced the amount of blossoms so he wasn't overpowered. In this artwork, he was the centre of interest, not the blossoms. So they're just part of the story. And also then I've got these lovely strong diagonals pointing to him and some nice sort of counteracting angles. So you can see how by just sort of popping in a little bit of thought to your design, it can be far more effective than just plonking him in the middle and not paying enough attention. Design is one of the elements that if your design fails, your drawing will fail. It doesn't matter how beautiful your drawing is. If the design is poor, it's not going to work. So always take your time, do little thumbnail sketches and think about your design before you begin. I hope this has helped.